Okay, so now let's do quadratic inequalities. A is greater than or equal to 1. See, I don't know why it is a separate category when it looks pretty much the same, but yeah, let's do this one. Okay, so remember, we want to make it, we're going to set this side to be 0, okay? So we want to make this a 0. So what I'm going to do is subtract 6x, and then I'm going to add 7 because I want to make it a 0. So add 7, subtract 6x. That way these can cancel out, and we'll have a 0. So over here, we have 5x squared minus 14x plus 8 is greater than 0. And so taking a look at the 5x squared, noticing that it is a positive 5, that means we have a upwards U shape. So our graph's going to look something like this. I don't know where the x-intercepts are at, but I know it looks something like that. And since we're comparing it to the 0, we're comparing it to this line. And since we want greater than, that means we want the sections that are above the blue line. So we want those two sections. So once again, we will have two answers, and we're going to separate those answers by the word or. Okay, so in this case, because you want greater than 0, you want the stuff that's above the blue line, and it just so happens that that's going to be two sections. So we're going to have two sections for that answer. Okay, but where are those sections? We don't know until we factor with the x factoring. So we have 5x squared minus 14x plus 8 equals to 0. We're just using equal to 0 for now. Here's our x. And remember, we're going to take the 8 and the 5. We're multiplying that together. You get 40. You're going to want two numbers that multiply to 40. Then you're just going to take this negative 14 and place it here. You're going to want two numbers that add to negative 14. So I'm pausing the video, see what you guys come up with. So we have negative 10 and negative 4. Good job. So these two numbers, when you multiply it, they give you positive 40. And then if you add them together, they give you negative 14. So that's great. Don't forget one more step is, remember this 5? We have to divide both sides by 5. Okay, and then we're going to simplify each side if we can. So the negative 10 over 5, that simplifies to negative 2. And this one, you can't simplify it, so it's just negative 4 over 5. Okay, so what do we do with the negative 2? Straightforward, you already know it's x minus 2. And then in case you can't remember, what do we do with the negative 4 over 5? So that 5 that's on the bottom, you're going to put it right here in front of x. And then it's going to be minus 4. So this 5x minus 4 is how you convert the negative 4 over 5. That 5 on the bottom goes in front of the x, and then the minus 4 on the top is just minus 4 at the end, like that. Okay, so this is our equation. Let's set each side equal to 0. And then we can solve for x. So I'm going to add 2. Those cancel out. X is equal to 2. This one I'm going to add 4. Add 4. 5x is equal to 4. Then you're going to divide by 5. Divide by 5. Those cancel out. X is equal to 4/5. Okay. Yes, it's a fraction. That's totally fine. It's okay if it's a fraction, okay? Fraction just is any other number, just like anything else. So let me draw our graph again. So we have two positive numbers. This is my U shape. It's facing upwards. 4/5 is the smaller one, so it's over here. 2 is the bigger one, so that's over here. Okay, so this is our graph. Then we take a look at what we wanted in the first place. We wanted it to be greater than 0. Oh yeah, let me draw the 0 line. Here's 0. So we wanted it to be greater than 0, which means we want everything above 0. So we want this section and we want this section. It just so happens that there's two sections to this one. And so how do we express this in our answer? Well, 4/5 and everything to the left of it. So it's x is less than, we can't type, less than 4/5. and then you use the word or to separate it. Wow, that's not what I wanted. Give me a second. Whoa, okay. There we go. Now press or. So x is less than 4/5. That's everything to the left of this. And then let's talk about the right side. So this is everything to the right of 2. So I'm going to say x is greater than 2. Now, why don't I use the equal to line in these symbols? Well, remember you want it to match this one. So this one just says greater than. There's no equal to line under here. So therefore, these also are just strictly less than and strictly greater than without the equal to line. Are there any questions on this example? Let's submit our answer. Look at that mess. Okay, so we got it right. So your task is to do, the time stuff and then all of these questions. So that's about 10 of these types of questions that we just did, the new stuff. And of course, if you have any questions, you just let me know. Call me over into your breakout room so I can help you out. And that's about it.